Yeah. Scale, not for single vertex only, no. And rotate, same, not for one vertex. So that's about it for now. You can just go over here and edge select mode, vertex select mode, or face select mode. We're now currently in vertex select mode. If you switch to edge select, you can select one edge at a time. Okay, now let's say you want to select more edges, so press shift, and with shift press down, go right click on another edge, and you have both of them selected, and so on and so forth. Okay, now with face select mode, you can select your faces by clicking on the center, which is indicated by usually a black dot. Okay, again, shifts and all that stuff. Now we're going to try a modifier, one you'd hate later, but it looks just perfect. So go in here with this square thing, or press F9. Okay, F9, editing. Go to add modifier and select subsurf. Okay, and you notice it's not cube-like anymore, and you have this thing with levels, which if you increase, and I don't recommend it for newbies, but just go ahead, try it, you don't lose anything much. Yeah, go all the way up to 4. Okay, and it almost looks like a cushion, but you can see the faces over here. So what you want to do now is set smooth over here, set smooth. Okay, and you notice it's all shiny and stuff and gorgeous. Okay, so render levels, this is another thing. It's what level of subsurf you see when you actually render. Now render means you generate an image or more images. Okay, it's like drawing. You won't have this as a final product. No, you'll have shaders and stuff and shadows, transparencies, but save it for the rest. Okay, go into edit mode with this sphere like thing selected, tab, select all by pressing A, and shift E as in extortion, and drag your mouse. Okay, so it fills up a bit. Yeah, this is for subsurf mode only. Okay, when you subsurf something and you want it to keep its original shape and stuff, this is what you do. Okay, so now you can apply, and that's about it with this modifier. Now remember this group I've told you about. Okay, this is a fishy one. This is with Alt D. Now go to tab, okay, edit mode, and you notice this one is selected as well. They share the same shape. Okay, so if you select something in here and modify it, it will show up on the other one as well. Okay, so it's pretty neat if you want to do this with soldiers and stuff. But if you ever get tired of it, just click on this 2 thing, or whatever number it is for you, single user, and it's, well, single user. Okay, it won't affect the others. Okay, so now you've learned about everything, and it's time to render. What is rendering? Told you, it's generating. In my language we don't have a word for rendering, so I had to make my own stuff. Okay, so press F12 on your keyboard, and notice this weird window just appeared. It might take a while for it to complete, but it's a render. Okay, so notice shadows and stuff, more shyness, but you can't move the camera around and have the render moving as well. No. For this you have to select the camera, okay, and move it. Preferably just press 0 on your numpad, and it brings you into camera view. Okay, so you can move the camera as well, rotate it, and all that stuff. Okay, now you can press F12, and you have it. Okay, Let's press F10 to go into render options over here. Okay, here you have output, the folder in which you render your stuff as an animation. You have oversampling, which is basically anti-aliasing, 5 samples, 8, 11, and 16. I always render with 5 when on low resolutions and 16 when I'm doing masterpiece. Okay, so without and with oversampling. With oversampling, no more edges and stuff. Without edges and stuff. Okay, so you notice it takes a bit longer with oversampling. That's because the RGB things just need to rearrange, whatever. Okay, shadows, if you want your shadows to be generated or not. Again, takes more time with shadows on, less without. That's just about it. Motion blur, this is for animations only. No, just blurs everything if it's moving, not in the 3D view but in the render. Now we have format, the resolution, how many pixels this will render. I have 320 by 200 for my tests, which is just 16 by 10. Perfect format for everything, I'd say. Okay, you have the output format. By default it's JPEG, just JPG, I think. Yeah, JPEG. But you want to make a movie, otherwise if you render the animation as JPEG you just get images. No, you want to go with AVI JPEG. Okay, this makes an AVI, which is essentially a movie of what you get. Frame rate 25 frames per second. Usually you see movies at 23.95, I think. Yeah, frames per second. 60 frames per second in gaming, if you have what it takes. But just leave it to 25 for now. So that's just about it. To render an animation, once you get the hang of it, just press Ctrl F12 or go here, render animation. I suggest you don't do that with static objects because you just waste time. Okay, so that's about it. Happy blending, and don't steal my career, okay? See ya.